circulation involves the respiration, process or mechanism of respiration. Actually, intake of O2 and O2 is a external respiration. And what is internal respiration? That oxygen from the lungs taken towards the cells through the blood cells, that is the RBC. Hb combines with oxygen from the lungs and HbO2 carried towards the cell, and in that cell that oxygen is used for the oxidation of food material, organic material or glucose, and single glucose molecule produces C6H12O6 produces 6 CO2, 6 H2O and 38 ATP. Complete breakdown of single glucose molecule in the respiration process: 6 carbon dioxide, 6 H2O and 38 ATP molecules. ATP is the energy produced by the oxidation of food or glucose due to respiration. And cellular respiration, in which food is broken down into the cell cytoplasm, glycolysis takes place, and in the mitochondria through the Krebs cycle there is a production of ATP. In the mitochondria, ATP are produced, therefore mitochondria are also called as powerhouse of the cell. External respiration, or the definition of respiration, it is a biochemical process of oxidation of organic compounds in an orderly manner for the liberation of chemical energy in the form of ATP. Overall reaction of respiration: C6H12O6, that is glucose, combines with 6 oxygen molecules, releases 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 H2O molecules, thus produces 38 ATP, is in the form of energy. That energy used by the cell to carry out all the cellular activities for growth, division, and each and every organ of our body perform their function with the help of that energy, that is ATP. Therefore, ATP is also called as energy currency of a cell. The process of exchange takes place between the organism and the environment. Each and every living organism. There are two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration means the respiration which takes place with the help of oxygen, and anaerobic respiration, there is no use of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration performed by some bacteria only, and aerobic respiration performed by higher organisms. All higher organisms require oxygen for respiration. The site of gases exchange is called as respiratory site. Which is our respiratory site? In external respiration, from atmosphere we respire or intake air and along with oxygen, and output of CO2 and other gases. Actually that is the external respiration, and human being respires nearly about 15 to 16 times per minute. That is the respiratory rate. It is increased during exercise, running, swimming, all these processes. Respiratory organs are, it should have a large surface area. Our alveoli in the lungs having large area, so that each alveoli consists of respiratory area through which O2 from the alveoli taken into the blood, while CO2 from the blood enters into the alveoli, and from alveoli of the lungs, in the lungs millions of alveoli are there. Near about 1.5 million alveoli present in each lung. 2 lungs are there, right and left, and surface area of the alveoli is more. Respiratory area should be more. It should be thin. Why? For the exchange of gases, single celled membrane should be there, not many celled membrane, because that barriers are overcome by the oxygen and CO2. Single celled capillaries are there. Capillary, small blood vessel which having only single layer, outermost layer, and alveoli also having single celled outermost layer, so that O2 from alveoli enters into blood and CO2 from blood enters into the alveoli. That is the exchange of gases, O2 and CO2. It should be thin, highly vascular. What is meant by vascular? Blood supply rich, that is vascular, permeable to allow exchange of gases, and that permits the allows the exchange of gases, and it should be moist. So respiratory area is moist. Why? Oxygen is dissolved into the water molecules. That it's therefore that skin or surface of the respiratory surface area should be moist. For example, frogs respires with the help of moist skin into the water, and on the land when frog is there, respires with the help of lungs. Some animals, that is respiration in animals, shows the respiratory surface. Which are these respiratory surfaces? First, protists, sponges and cylindrids. These animals present in the aquatic area are water, and respiratory surface are their plasma membrane or cell membrane. Directly O2 dissolves through this cell membrane. The next type of organism, that is the flatworms like planaria, annelida, earthworm, nereis, leech, frog. These are also aquatic animal. Actually, frog is an amphibian animal. They can live in the water as well as on the land, and they respire with the help of plasma membrane and moist skin. Next type of animal, that are insects. In Marathi, kindak. All the insects are terrestrial. That means they live on the land, air, trees, and they respire through tracheal tubes and spiracles. These are the respiratory surfaces. Next, arachnids like spider, kosti, and scorpion, means habitat terrestrial, and respiratory surface book lungs. Book lungs like a small lung-like structure. Next, arthropod, sandipaad prani. These are some arthropods are present in the aquatic area or in the water. Respiratory surface book gills, kalle. Amphibian like tadpole, beduk masak. External gills for respiration is kalle, like a fish, but these are external gills. Fish, aquatic, internal gills. Reptiles, birds, mammals, all these large group of animals are terrestrial and respire with the help of lungs. And turtles are when underwater respires with the help of cloaca. Okay, these are some animals and their respiratory surfaces. Okay.